Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, let's get it. Let's go. Man, that joke was crazy. He was like, man, this man ain't even got no deodorant, weeds. I was like, they took everything. He's like, man, they took everything from him, man. I'm like, this is crazy, man. So we walked back to his door. I looked in the joint. I looked at him. I looked at Ma. Ma was like this. He was like, yeah, he was laying on the bed. He had his foot crossed. He had his knees up with his leg crossed over. He was like, he ain't got no TV. He was just looking at the wall. He was like, walking that joint. I was like, you all right, man? I was like, you already know they was coming back for some get back for you, man. He was like, yeah, it happens, man. He was like, but look, big bank take little bank. Yeah, big bank take little bank. I was like, man, nah, little bank just took big bank. I said, because you got more money than them, they took all your damn money. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Wait till I go to commissary, though. Wait till I go to commissary. I ain't tripping. Wait till I go to commissary. So I'm like, this is wild. Like, we about to go to commissary. The bubble sheet's about to come out. We going next week. You know what I mean? So everything was straight. So we was about to leave out. He was like, hey, Weezy, come here. I was like, what's up? He was like, you going to commissary? I was like, yeah. He was like, how much you ordering? I was like, bro, I'm ordering as much as I can, man. He was like, all right. He said, you know somebody that's trying to let me send him some money? I'm like, I mean, it's a few dudes, you know what I mean? So just was like, my other dude, I know a lot. So we turned him on a couple dudes. And then he sent them money. He got on the phone and got his people to send them money. So he wasn't worrying about having money. Like, that wasn't the thing. I know y'all probably thinking like, yo, that receipt, that receipt was fugazi. Like, in the beginning, I was thinking that because the way he used to come out with, like, hey, look, that's what I got. He used to flash the receipt, but the whole time, he got a little change. So he sent people the money. So we put the bubble sheets in on that Monday. We going on that Thursday. So we put the bubble sheets in. Everybody do what they're supposed to do. When commissary came, I promise you, man, Marv went out that joint. Marv went and got a bag this tall. This is where he ordered the max. Bag was this tall, almost like 5'6" inches of a commissary bag. This is my word, like this tall. The dude that ordered for him ordered a big bag. He ordered another dude, ordered a big bag. I think just ordered a few dollars for him. Man, it's my word, man. I looked in they sale. I went and looked in they sale after commissary was done. I looked at that joint. I was like, man, that joint looked like they was store boxing, y'all. So boom. Man, it was cookies and cakes and cigarettes and blacks and freaking deodorants and toothpastes, freaking tuna fishes, macros, Sasha's game. Man, them people had everything spread out on that floor. That's my word, man. Like, they was loaded. They was loaded down that joint. I walked in that joint, I looked at him. He was like, yeah. He said, I got a new name. He said, they gonna have a new name for me now. I said, what's that? He was like, the rich gambler. Yeah, because look, I'm coming back for mine. I was like, man, listen, man. I said, man, I'm gonna ask you the same question just asked you. He was like, what? I said, like, this don't even matter. I said, why are you chasing this when you got that on the books, man? He was like, what I tell you first time, you gotta keep making the money. I said, yeah, you gonna get the money, then you gonna lose the money. He was like, nah, ain't no more losing for me. He said, I got my own cards. He said, yeah, ain't no more losing for me. He said, I just had to get my stuff right. He said, now I got ammo. Now I got all this ammo. Watch what I do with them damn TVs. So you could tell everybody was just waiting. Everybody was collecting. Everybody was moving around. He paid his debt that he owed and everything. So everybody was just waiting for the game to crank up. It usually cranks up after lunch. Now, dudes would crank up right after, but this was one of them store days. We was on a stretch, so everybody running around collecting, trying to get paid, trying to make food, cut up sausages, pickles, everybody trying to do everything, prep at the same time. So it wasn't no poker being played earlier in that day. So when we came back from lunch, that's when I seen that it was another old head dude trying to win the game. So went over there, I started watching the game. I'm looking, I'm watching Marv. Marv got a good game. Like, he do what he say. Like, he one of them dudes you think is sweet. Like, he gonna call all in. He gonna go all in, whatever his hand is on the first draw, because he feeling like he can win that hand. He rather rumble. Like, a lot of people gonna fold when he do that. But like he like his chances on just rumbling somebody one-on-one, or even if he don't hit, trying to chase, get rid of people, like the hand go back or whatever the case, man. But for real, he was sitting down there, he was rumbling. He was rumbling out. Look, he got about that much chips. He got a nice little stack. He down there playing. I'm saying to myself, like, yo, this dude really just like gambling, man. Like, he don't even really have to gamble, man. But this man he's just in love with gambling, man. That's just what it is. Cause he had 19,000 on his books. Like for real, man. Like he probably got a little less now. But he didn't really have to gamble, y'all. This is my word. So he playing. So me and Justice in the cut talking. Like we can see the game, you know what I mean? So after they was playing for a while, you just hear Mom like, no sir. No sir. No sir, man. I ain't going for that one, man. I ain't going for that one. Dude was like, what you mean you ain't going for that one? He was like, no sir. No sir, you called a hand. You supposed to win. If I call, you say call, you supposed to show your hand. Dude was like, I was about to call. He was like, no, you said call. So they going back and forth. Like this will be an argument from time to time in the poker game about if you called or you said you didn't call. Like everybody's scumbags, so you never know who to believe. But this is what usually goes on. So Mom like, no, hell no. Hell no. Mom like, no sir. No sir. He start walking around. He's like, no sir, man. Y'all can't be doing this, man. He's snapping out. So everybody like, yo, chill, man. Ain't nobody cheating you, man. He was like, nah, he gonna call the hand. He was like, man, he gonna call this hand, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all gonna carry me like this. Y'all gonna carry me like this. Dude was like, carry you like what? Carry you like what? He was like, don't worry about it. I run the game tomorrow. Yeah, I run the game tomorrow. Yeah, I run the game tomorrow. He was like, matter of fact, he ain't got to. Yeah, deal the cards. Deal the cards. Dude was like, man, you tripping, man. He was like, he started dealing the cards the next hand. They went to the next hand. He's still talking about, as soon as he got his hand, he was like, man, he threw his whole stack in the joint. He's like, I'm all in. The houseman was like, man, come on, man. You gonna go all in and you ain't really got nothing, man. He was like, man, I'm all in. I said, you gonna call it a hand or not? This is my word. He was looking crazy. He was like, the houseman was like, man, I call your hand, man. I call your hand. He was like, turn out. He was like, give me one card. Houseman was like, give him one card. He was like, you don't want a card? Houseman was like, dum, dum, dum. That's what happens when you don't need no card. Houseman knocked off the rip. Houseman was like, dum, 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 dum. Houseman stayed on his hand. He was like, give me another card. You know, it's 3 draws. He said, give me another card. He was like, you don't want a card? Houseman was like, dum, 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 dum. He was like, give me one last draw. They gave him the card. Houseman, dum, 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 dum. They playing Paduki. This is my word. Houseman was like, nah, I'm good. He was like, I ain't hit turn out. Houseman was like, I got a king. This is my word. They playing low Paduki. The houseman got a ace 2-4 king. So he got a winner. He got a Paduki, but it's just the highest Paduki in America. They playing low Paduki. The houseman turned out a king, y'all. So boom. But that's what the rich gambler get for just trying to run there and horse everybody and try to bully everybody out the pot. Houseman stayed on the king. Now that's a hand you never supposed to stay on. But he took his chances of this man never hitting his card. You know what I mean? He took his chances, man. That man never hit. And the houseman took that whole stack from him. Everybody was at the table like, oh, that joint sound like when golf, when somebody do a good hit, like, oh my God, oh, Jesus Christ, it's crazy. He was like, I ain't mad. Yeah, I ain't mad. I got freaking over 16,000 on my books. You think I'm tripping? Yeah, my game tomorrow. I ain't tripping. I ain't got a trip on that. So yeah, y'all can have that. Y'all can have a little $95. Y'all can have that. I run the game tomorrow. So everybody was just looking at him. So he dipped off. You know what I mean? Like me observing all of this, like I wasn't even observing this for like I'm taking notes. This was observing. I was observing because like I'm seeing a guy that has all the money that he needs in penitentiary to survive. He can do a whole lot of other things if he was that bored, to be honest with y'all, man. But like to see somebody get caught up in gambling and just losing the money, man, like this was diabolical, man. Like this was worse than a dude out here on the streets playing freaking FanDuel every day who really don't have the money. Like this was this was out of control. This man all the bread in the world, he was just trying to give it away, y'all. So boom. That's what I felt like he was doing, man. Like, so I didn't get it. So he go back to the cell, he pouting. Just called me down there like, hey, look, come here right quick. I'm like, what's up? He was like, man, my Sonny said guaranteed he gonna beat the whole pod tomorrow. Guaranteed. I'm like, guaranteed I want to jump? I was like, how you mean guaranteed? He was like, I guarantee you I'm gonna break all of them. All of them ain't gonna have nothing. They ain't gonna have no store box. They ain't gonna have nothing when I finish with them. I'm like, man, like, what you think? Cause you got more money than them that this gonna happen, man? I said, if that was the case, you would have won today. He was like, nah, it wasn't meant for me to win today. He said, it wasn't meant for me to win today. He was like, don't worry about it, though. Just come watch tomorrow. Watch what I do, man. He was like, look, they can't beat me. I got too much money. I got too much money, man. That's what I do. I got too much money. I do this. That's how you say, I got too much money, man. I do this. I'm like, yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see, man. So he laid it down for the rest of the day. We didn't see him no more. He got up later on in the afternoon. They were still gambling. He went and hopped on the phone, used the phone for a minute, and made him something to eat. And he went back in the cell, man. When I went over there to check on Just, I just looked up. He was getting his poker kit ready for tomorrow. He was making his own chips. You know what I mean? He had Just help him. Just was putting a black marker around the edge of like these old pinochle cards, like a permanent black marker. He was just putting like an outline of a square on the outline of the card, like, I mean, just like just marking them as chips. That's how dudes used to do. So I go in and John, what you doing? Just was like, yeah, I'm helping to make these chips. He was like, yeah, I told you. You think it's a game tomorrow? I'm on them. I'm gonna beat all of them. He said, they can't be mad about that. He said, I got a trick for all of them. Watch. I'm gonna beat them down. They done had it. Look how many times they done got me. He said they done had the opportunity to beat me already as much as they could. They couldn't do it. He said they still ain't getting none of the street money. He said now they really want the street money. They gotta know what they doing. They don't want none of that street money, Weezy. I'm like, man, I wouldn't let them get none of the street money. What you talking about? He was like, nah. They could have got some of the street money. They would have got me down. He was like, that house man that didn't let me play. He said that would have been the time they could have got some of the street money. He said, but he ain't let me play. So I got a trick for him too. I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm like, man, me either, man. I can't wait to see how this play out, y'all. So boom. Tomorrow came ASAP. We went to breakfast. So we came back from breakfast and they let us out for the first rec. Man, I looked up. I seen Marv already at the poker table. Marv at the poker table. Then he brought out a big ass bag. Like usually dudes would bring out probably like a bag of cigarettes, probably like 20 packs, 15 packs, 10 packs of cigarettes in a bag, tied up real tight. And that's the house man backing. Basically, the house man, unlimited money, but this is the money he's brought to the table. But that's what people used to do. Marv came out that joint with a bag this big. At the bottom of the bag, all you seen was Newports and Blacks. At the bottom of the bag, bags of tobacco, the bugler, pouches, everything. That's all you seen at the bottom was tobacco. At the top, it was all meats, paws, tuna fishes, mackerels, salmon, all type of stuff. My word. So he brought like over freaking $200 in change for the game. So he had to take, he got his foot on the bench. He like, everybody was waking up. He like this at the table. People start scrabbling over there. Everybody looking like, oh, he got the game over early in the morning. Dude was like, man, I'm about to take that whole bag. I hear OS and I'm about to take that whole bag from his country ass. Watch. Like, watch what I do. I got a trick for him. Guarantee you that. This word, man. Marv got everything lined up right. He got the chips. He got the brand new cards. Everything lined up right. Everybody start coming to the game. Like 30 minutes later, everybody start coming. Next thing you know, they got a full table early in the morning. But this is the day after Commissary. This is what happens. This is what goes down. So everybody at the game. Everybody playing. And look, Marv, one of them house man, he's playing. He's not doing just the cutting and just take it slow and be safe with this money. No, he brought his money out to play. This man is playing his money, y'all. That's my word. Playing. He down there, John, playing. And he beating him. He beating him, man. I look up. I see the old head that ran the game before. He go upstairs mad as hell to go. He go upstairs mad as hell to go get his stuff. He went upstairs like this. He's like, hey man, let me get $25. This is my word. Mom was like, man, you gotta take the long walk, man. Go ahead and take that long walk like you made me do. Old head was like, oh, all right. Old head went up the steps like this. Hey, open up 26. He was in that joint for a minute. The door was about to close. You see him squeeze out. He was like, he squeezed out. He had the bag. He was like, the door closed. Boom. He walked down the steps. He was like, here, man. He threw the bag. He was like, look, keep my bag. I got it tied up. Keep my bag separate. This word, Mom was like, keep it separate. He was like, yeah, keep it separate because I'm going to win my stuff back. Mom was like, yeah, you might win your stuff back. Yeah, you might win your stuff back, man. But how much is this, man? Dude was like, it's $42. He was like, I ain't gonna count it. Marv gave him the money. He punishing him. I look up at the other dude that was running the game the first time. Marv punishing him. I'm like, this is crazy. Marv was right. He was getting get back, y'all. So boom. This man's the rich gambler, though. He said that's his nickname. And can you really beat a rich gambler in prison? On the street, I know you got a shot at it. You know what I mean? Because everybody has money. And then the dude who don't really have money gonna have a shot to still beat the crap out of the rich gambler. But in prison, a dude that has money on the books, a lot of commissary, and likes to gamble, can you really beat this guy? I was looking like it couldn't happen the way the rich gambler was doing it, man. I ain't gonna lie, like he was doing them dirty. I looked up, he was like, yo, hey, look. He stopped the game. He said, hey, look. Hey, Just. Hey, look, take all this in the sale, man. I ain't keeping all this out here. I looked, and this man had like 5 laundry bags full of commissary, y'all. So boom. Just walked up. Just was like, he was like, Weezy, grab that one. I was like, grab that joint. This word, we taking laundry bags to the sale. Man, I get to the sale and look, it's 3 other laundry bags in there filled to the top. I'm like, I come back out, look at everybody's face. Everybody looking serious. Everybody got about this many chips. Everybody got about that much. Everybody looking crazy. They still trying to play. But they chasing him. But it's not a good chase because he beating them down, man. My word, he beat them down. Man, he beat them people down, man. I promise you, he beat them down. He beat them people down, man. He really got some get back. After it was all said and done, it's like now it's about almost dinner time. It's almost dinner time. He was like, hey, look. Hey, man. Y'all playing out the count. I'm just asking because you keep coming with $10. You keep coming with $15. Like, y'all coming out, y'all playing out the count. We gonna play for some real money or what? This word, the old head dude that was running the game, he was like, what you mean? We playing, ain't we? Come on, Shawty, you tripping. Like, what are you talking about? We playing, ain't we, Shawty? What do you mean? I was like, man, that little $10, $15 you keep bringing to the game ain't nothing, man. He was like, you ain't brought no real money to the game since this morning. This word I know the old head wanted to say, cause you got it, nigga. He ain't say it though. He was like, he caught it so. He was like, man, look, man, deal the cards, Shawty. What you talking about, man? So they playing some more. You know, Mob beat him down again. Dude that was talking John, he just fell. He was like his man was like, yo, come on, yo. He was like, he was bad, yo. He was like, man, John crazy, man. No, old head was getting his ass whooped. Old head was getting beat. The brakes beat out him down that bitch. That's my word. I looked up, man, that man was bringing goddamn stamped envelopes to the game. This is my word. He already had the stamps on the envelope. This man brought a box of stamped envelopes to the game, man. He was pounding them people's heads in, man. You hear me? He was beating them people down in that poker table, man, on everything. So I was like, damn, this shit crazy, man. Just was like, yo, man, I'm trying to get, he was like, man, this nigga got so many cigarettes, bro. He was like, man, he beat the brakes off the niggas all day. I'm like, yo, he said he was gonna do that shit. I was like, man, he said he was gonna do that shit. I was like, damn, that shit crazy, man. So goddamn, like, it was crazy. Like, he punished them people. Man, he punished them people, man. So now, like, for real, the one dude that was playing, he fell back. You know what I mean? He fell back. And the old head fell back. Then the little young dude that was playing, he fell back. And it was like the white dude that was playing, he fell back. Everybody just was like, we can't beat him. Like, it was just one of them days like, yo, we can't beat him. We can't beat him, man. You know what I mean? So everybody finally tucked their tail and went about their business. Man, I promise you, y'all might think I'm joking, man. I have seen a lot of commissary from an inmate before. I done seen store boxes. I done seen dudes that get the sack and don't sell no street money, get all cookies and cakes and wham-whams, zooms and wham-whams. I have seen that before. Yo, I promise y'all, man, and this is a promise, man. I'm telling y'all, man, when Just called me to his room, man, Just was like, yo, Weezy. He was sticking out the room. He stuck his head out the room. He was like, hey, Weezy. The lady was trying to close the door. He put the trash can in Joe Pro. So he jabbed and joined up. I was like, yo, he was like, come here. Everybody watching to see where I'm going. I'm going to the cell. I see all the old heads like, that's how I be in penitentiary when you lose money. The old heads be salty. They be like, this nigga is lucky ass nigga here. This word, they don't say that shit when they ass me winning. I go to the door, man. I was like, watch out, bro, watch out. I try to step over the trash can. I'm stepping on honey buns. I'm like, he was like, yo, watch out, move that over. I looked over, Mom was like, he had his shirt off. Mom had his shirt off. He was standing back there. He was like, told you I was the one. Yeah. All you see was taco meat right here. He was like, look at this. He said, yeah, look at this. Yeah, you can't beat a rich gambler like I told you. I told you I was gonna do. I told y'all what I was gonna do. But Just was like, man, look at this, man. Just was like, man, listen, man, he beat them niggas out $1,000 worth of commissary. I was like, what? He showed me the paper. He was like, I wrote down every time they ordered shit and they ain't win shit back. Man, I looked at the paper, man. It was about $1,000 worth of paper, of debt, of shit that people owed, but they paid. But he was just writing down what they was ordering, you know what I mean? I'm looking at that shit, this man, I beat them niggas out of band. With a commissary, I'm like, oh, shit. He was standing there with his taco meat show. He was like, I seen them damn money signs. He was like, I can't be stopped. I am the greatest. I'm the best gambler in the world, Weezy.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.